Welcome to That Card Collectors Podcast with your host, Ian Taylor.
Welcome, everybody, to That Card Collectors Podcast. My name is Ian, and with me this week is Jason.
Hello.
He's Josh.
What it is.
He's Wesley.
Heyo.
And I have no idea what we're doing this week, folks. So who knows what's going to happen in the next hour. Have you been, guys? You've been all right? You well? You happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
I'm liking that Savannah banana hat.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's slick. You went.
I've got a Boston T-shirt on, Josh. No comments about the Boston T-shirt.
No,
I noticed.
I just didn't see.
Oh, well, there we go.
Love
there
it.
we go.
Love
There
it.
we go.
Yeah,
What's Wesley wearing? What is
I
Wesley wearing?
I've got just a robe. And
X-Men T-shirt and nothing else, by the way, folks. So this is why Wesley's camera is at a low angle. It's like those newsreaders that you often see of literally wearing like suit and tie on the top half, and the bottom half is like suspenders, lacy basque or something like that. Maybe it's just that's something they do in England. I don't know, but anyway, I like to think that that's what they're wearing under the desk. We went there straight away, really. We're barely a minute in, and I've already talked about lingerie and lacy basques on male newsreaders. But, we're an Equal Opportunities podcast. Do remember to like and subscribe us on YouTube. Really helps us out. Tell your friends. Get them to subscribe. And, yes, have you picked up anything new? I'm asking that as an open question, but I know what the answer is from someone on the podcast.
Yes.
There we go. What we got here?
Things, but this is yesterday.
Hang on a minute. Let me make you big. There we go.
I happened to go into the local comic book store to actually pick up my first comic book in years that I want to start reading, and they had this in the cabinet along with some other 90s cards. But this is a 10 Spider-Man 10 for, I guess, I don't know what year in the 90s, or was it the 2000s, of metal cards.
It's got, late 90s.
They're definitely
right?
90s. They're
Okay.
definitely 90s. Who's it made by? On the bottom, has it got, because I'm holding something very similar in my hands, which I'll show in a moment. Mine are made by a company called Metallic Impressions.
Yes, because I have the paperwork with it that says why Metallic Impressions.
Ah, well, there you go. Well, on the bottom of my tin, it says it has a date along with the copyright thing. It's just on the bottom there. So
Okay.
that should hopefully tell you. I reckon that's 97. Oh,
Yeah,
you
mine has zilch.
nothing on the bottom. Okay, well, that's bizarre. Okay.
Is that the one that had the black cat in it?
I don't know.
Oh, you haven't opened it?
No, but
Yeah.
I'll show you the one that does have Black Cat in it in a moment, Wesley.
Yeah. No, this only comes with three cards, and they were all the three, because I'm sure it's a full set.
Oh, man.
Spider-Man, and then this one was not in a wrapper, but they say it's embossed, but it's kind of this image right here.
Yeah.
Embossed, but they're cool. They're kind of folded over and has a little.
Okay. Right. Is there a date on the bottom there of that? There'll be a copyright date.
1996.
Okay.
Marvel characters incorporated, all rights reserved. Produced by Metallic Impressions.
Right. Well, they came out with a few of these. The big one, the main one, and this is the one that will get Wesley standing to attention. Again, 96, but this is the main one that I'm about to hold up here. So for those of you not on YouTube, get yourself to YouTube. This is the main one they brought out.
Okay.
Which is a gorgeous looking tin. In fact, the top of the tin is slightly embossed on the Spider-Man logo. You can kind of see there, and it says 20 embossed metal collector's cards featuring Spider-Man, his friends, and foes. And yeah, I mean, just the tin alone includes original Spider-Man art by John Romita and John Romita Jr. And then that's exactly what I said. Yes, thank you, Wesley.
Oh yeah.
And Wesley makes all kinds of noises, folks.
Yes.
So when you when you take it off, you can see that on the. This is just.
I thought that was a sound effect.
No, it's not. I'm holding this. I can't do sound effects at the same time. I mean, I guess the closest I've got is that, but even that doesn't sum it up. So you can see on the
working better than I thought.
on the inside there, you can see that like where the logo's embossed. Anyway, right.
Yeah.
So inside they've got a certificate of authenticity. Now this is actually handwritten. This one. This is set 00119 of 12,000. So let's make this clear. There are a fair few of these out there. Yeah. I think you can expect to pay for this one. I mean, you can probably. I definitely think you can pick it up on eBay for about 50, maybe less. You know, they're around. The challenges, of course, is finding them without damage because it's a tin. So this one's already got some rust on it down here.
Right.
And that was there before I got it, and I've kept it well, but they do rust. So you'll see some out there that are in shocking condition. Anyway, so inside you can see you've got the plastic little lid there, and there are all the cards in their little slots.
Nice.
Like this. So I'm gonna pull a few out. We can have a look at them, and yeah, Jason, they're exactly the same kind of design as yours, in that they're metal. And you can see it's full color on both sides, but it's kind of the way they produce them. It's kind of it's almost rounded as it goes into the indent at the back. But then on that top surface, that's I don't know if you can see, but you can see that's got raised border.
Yeah,
Okay.
impact
On the metal. They're absolutely stunning. Just look at the artwork on that.
Yeah, I like that.
And that's John Romita Senior, like the OG.
Oh wow.
And I'm pretty sure they were done specially for this set as well. The reason I say that is as Wesley. Oh dear, I've missed the slot. I popped it in, but I missed the slot. There is. Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, these are really nice.
There's some really lovely artwork on these.
I have to imagine these were probably some of the first metal cards, or close to. Because I mean,
yeah, yes. Well, yes. I mean, they're not
for Marvel.
I mean, they're produced as a separate thing, so they're not like a parallel that happens to be made of metal. But yeah, I always find it weird saying the word metal cards because that's an oxymoron. You know, it's like a cardboard, metal. They're different things. So, so I always find it weird saying that. One thing I will say is that the gold edging on these often rusts as well. So you got to watch out for that. But these are super clean. But anyway, Wesley, to answer your question, yes, there is a black cat in here, and you can only get it in here. I'm trying to find it. There it is. And it is very 90s, as you'll see when I hold it up.
Yeah.
It is.
And I
But it
tried
is
to.
lovely.
It's
I
nice.
got this on. I got mine on ComC, and it was when I was in my grading phase, and I tried to send it off to PSA to get it graded, and they will not grade those.
Well, that's bollocks because I've seen at least one graded on eBay.
Really?
Yeah. Someone wanted quite a high price for it, but so I didn't buy it. But I have seen graded copies out there.
Or
I mean, it is an official release, so doesn't actually say who the artwork is on all of the cards. I've just realised, but I'm pretty sure that's John Romita Jr. on that black cat. But yeah, it's nice. But yeah, and here's the thing with this: if you want a specific card, you've either got to hope someone split it, and yeah, you do see them on ComC, or you've just got to buy a tin and be that guy who splits them. But look at that Daredevil.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
This
really
is
nice.
one you're going to want on your character collector rainbow, folks.
Yep.
So Jason, I mean you did well with that, but notice the thing that your set has got different artwork.
Yes, and border and background and
Yeah, very different. I think the backs of these are more. I think it's a more rounded product. Yeah, with the vibrancy of the colouring on the back,
yeah,
especially.
I like those.
Yeah. Now here's the thing: they also did an X-Men set, which is up there behind, on the shelf behind me. I'm not going to get that down now because my headphone won't reach. I have decided since we started talking about these just before we started recording that I'm probably going to part with the X-Men one because I'm more of a Spider guy, and at the moment I'm on a purge. You know, on the group. But yeah, that's John Romita. So it says when it's John Romita.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
That is gorgeous.
John Romita Spider-Man, isn't it? That's really nice. So anyway, there's these, and they come in. There's a plastic in tray which has that lid, and then the certificate of authenticity just sits on the top there. I mean, who's going to fake these? I mean, it's a very 90s thing, and then the lid. But even then, you can see a little bit of age discoloration to the rim there.
I still think it's cool to see how they've progressed with like what they do with metal cards now. And
Yeah. Well, whoever Metallic Impressions are, I don't know. They did Star Wars, so that size tin. They did one for each of the original Star Wars trilogy, so you can get them for those. There's a really nice promo actually that you can get. Which is a metal card, but it's not one that came in the first Star Wars tin. But you can get a promo for it as well. They're pretty plentiful. They also did some for Dark Empire. They also did some for Star Trek. So whoever this company was, they had a few different IPs that they did them for. But I got a very similar, smaller tin to Jason's, but this is a different design. And this has got 5 in there, Jason.
Oh.
So I think they did them in a number of different formats and sizes. Yeah. And yeah, again, it's a nice tin. It's got you can see it's got rust on the edge.
Right.
I don't know if yours has got any on there, but I think that's fairly common.
Yeah.
But again, these are different artwork. So there's 5, and they're all still bagged actually.
Okay.
See, that's pretty sharp.
I like that.
And that's
the skyline of the city on the bottom.
Yeah.
That's
and they are numbered as well. So this is numbered number 1. So I find it interesting that they've got different artwork and finishes within them. There's number 2. There's Hobgoblin. So it's a bit of a rabbit hole, Jason. If you want to go down it, the back of the card. Sorry.
Is it? See if they. Okay. See, that's
totally different.
Totally different look.
Yeah. So again, we've got 3 different sets by the same company with different artwork.
I like both of those better than mine.
That wasn't the intent of showing them, but as you
I like my 10 though.
Yeah. Your tin's good. That'd be a good tobacco tin. Kingpin.
Nice.
I mean, so there's some great art chosen for these, and the last one is Scorpion, just in the bottom there. And again, I think I've got the same slip as you, Jason. It's not. I don't think these are numbered. Oh no, it's a little leaflet actually.
Yeah.
So
that's
one Metallic Impressions, and then you open it up, and
it's got a little letter from the inventor. Is what he calls himself.
Peter K. Hexter Jr., the inventor. Should we try and track this guy down?
Yeah.
See if he's still A, living, and B, if he wants to come and talk about
I would
these,
have a
these
ton
cards.
of questions for that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Look how deep the tin is.
Yeah.
The insert goes all the way to the bottom, but it's so actually the tin is twice as deep as the cards. It's just got this plastic insert in there. which is obviously making you think you're going to be spending a little bit more money. Yeah,
Well,
a little bit more money, but
it also allows you to store some cards in there if you want to keep
it does.
in as a
It does.
Yeah.
But they do look nice in there. Yeah, they are nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, those ones that you can see them kind of progressing with the design.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that third one was probably the later of the three.
Well, the one Jason's got, you mean?
No, the one you showed with the gold border on the bottom. That one looked a little bit stepped up from the.
Yeah, this one. So yeah, so I don't know what order these came out in. For all I know, this could be Target, Walmart, and you might have, I don't know, Kmart or something. You know, I simply don't know. Or this is more likely to be Hobby.
Yeah.
And these are blasters. But I find it interesting that they've got completely different artwork and design.
Yeah.
Like very different artwork and design. Here we go. This could be the thumbnail for the episode. What do you reckon?
Nice.
Done.
Someone take a screenshot quick and send it. There we go. Right, we've got it. That's in the bag. We're so going to use that. It's going to look really, really cheesy as well. Yeah, I like them. So I think I'm probably going to part with the X-Men one, simply because.
I kind of like to see the X-Men.
Do you want me to go and get it? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not,
This is where you get to see me wearing lacy Basque and suspenders.
Yes.
Ooh,
And showing you a bit of thigh. Look at that. Look at that.
This is why we did this.
That should be the
muscles
thumbnail.
for days, calf muscles for days. All right, hang on a minute. Let me see if I can
He
get
runs, folks. He runs.
without not anymore. I don't, but I do cycle. So I've always had this. This is me oversharing as usual. I do. I often have people say, "My God, your calves are bigger than my thighs." Right, X-Men.
X-Men.
Okay.
So there's the X-Men version of the 20 card set. This is
And this
really
is
nice
97,
condition,
96?
no, this is 96 again.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
at
is
the lid.
actually in nicer condition, I think, than the Spidey one.
Yeah, the lid on that's wicked cool.
Yeah.
That's
Something
just,
tells me this is going to be in Jim Lee art.
It doesn't actually say, but let's have a look. So let's go in. So same kind of vibe as. Crikey, the lid's not coming off easily. There we go. Same kind of vibe. This one, I've actually got both. I've got the little leaflet that says "Why Metallic Impressions."
Right.
what are
to which
some
I
of
go,
those
"Why?"
bullet points on there?
I'll get to that once I've read out the fact that this is number 03325 of 12,000.
Nice.
Someone hand wrote 12,000 of these, not just for this set, but for that set as well, and for all the Star Wars ones. And I thought Peach Momoko had it bad, doing her signature on 120 of each of the anime cards. What does it say? Bullet points. These all kind of describe me and this podcast, really, because this podcast is going to be 7, count them 7. Someone hold up 7 fingers.
7.
Lovely, there we go. Thanks, Jason. You got there in the end. And this podcast is going to be 7 years old this month, folks.
Wow.
So, much like this podcast, why Metallic Impressions? Durable,
Right.
lasting value, exceptional quality. Are you not entertained? Unique designs, brilliant graphic reproduction. I mean, we've certainly gotten better at it. You know, look, there's even look, there's a proper logo somewhere.
And
I can't
Jason's
figure it out
background, I must say, Jason, your background has stepped up too. I appreciate that.
Jason gives good background.
Well, it's been the same for 2 years, but thank you.
Awkward. We've lost Wesley. Documented limited edition. And here's the thing, folks, as you should always know with this podcast, 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Yes.
Isn't that right, Josh?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm looking at you when I say that. And
We do our
patent
job.
protection. Patent protection is actually false for this podcast, so we can't claim to all these because we frequently rip off other IPs by doing things like this. I'm going to stop there because I know Josh will get into the drumming otherwise. Right, let's carry on and look at these X-Men cards. Oh my days!
So this time frame we've already got the kind of the beginning of them making metal cards, and then sort of in the infancy of serial numbering, right? They probably weren't serial numbering too much before that. I mean,
No,
I know in the comic
yes.
world we had a lot of it, but before
Yes.
90, but
I don't think I wouldn't put this in the same category as serial numbering cards, because this is
okay.
a collectible item, and in the 90s, you remember
Mhm.
QVC and all that, were
Mhm.
producing stuff specifically as collectibles.
Okay.
So which is why, Phantom Menace, all those, when they
Yeah.
relaunched all the figures for the new Star Wars film, it was like, oh yeah, these will be really collectible, and then years later they still only sell for $10, because they were producing collectibles for collectibles' sake, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't say, because the cards aren't numbered.
Okay.
It's just that the set's
but
numbered.
The sets are numbered.
Yeah. So at the same time on QVC, you could buy
I was just
signed pictures of all the Star Trek cast, and they were numbered with the COA. Do you see what I mean? It was that era of kind of collectible kind of things. Wesley, what's tickling you right now? What's going on?
I was just thinking. I was wondering if that was during the time that you could buy that stuff on QVC. So you answered my question.
Yes. So let's have a look. Which side does it start? It would help if the cards were in the right way around. They are a bit. The ones this set, unfortunately, some of the edges is a bit rusted at the top there. You can see.
Yeah, that one's.
But that's card number 1. That's Professor X. I mean, I'm sure someone could image reverse this and figure out where the artwork came from before, if it's not original. But they're nice. Yep. I can't fault the QA on them, apart from the fact that they've not aged terribly well.
Instantly, I like the Spider-Man design better.
Yeah. Yes.
The border design and stuff. They got a little.
It works better with some of the characters. The little nameplate thing at the bottom is raised, so where the name is, you can kind of just see that in the light. But it hasn't got the fine bordering as the Spider-Man ones, and it is very 70s X-Men artwork, 70s, 90s X-Men artwork, but kind of the latter end of the 90s, which is the less good end. From the artwork point of view. But they're all there. Phoenix is there. Who have we got next? We got Iceman. That's a weird one, that is.
Yeah. Not really is.
So they're fine. They're fine, but the nicer one is definitely I just noticed that the Sabretooth at the end is upside down, so I thought I'd pull him out. You notice the X-Men's in gold as well. On top there, the little X-Men word. So they're good. They're nice.
Yeah, they had a place.
Nice set.
They definitely had a place. That was data for a lot of people.
Yeah. Who's in here? Juggernaut, Sentinels, Gambit. So again, character. Oh, that's a good rogue.
Really good.
It's worth pulling that rogue out.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I mean they're all right. They're okay. Cable, bloody hell, it's leg day at Cable's house. Look at that. Crikey, looks like Thanos. People say I had big thighs. So yeah, no, they're good, and there's a few team cards as well. So again, if you're a character collector and this set isn't on your radar, then get with it. Yeah, they got red team, blue team cards there as well, and Magneto. So yeah, you get the idea. Yeah, they're nice. They're nice. So Jason, are you going to go down a rabbit hole with these now that we've
Probably not. No.
Probably not. But Jason's going to restrain himself. Everybody.
Yeah. No. I just happened to come across it yesterday, and I liked the 10, and the price was right. Actually, the store does 20% off every day, so I bought a new comic, and this was $35, and the new comic was $3.99 or something like that. And with the 20% off, my total bill was $33. So I didn't question the math on that one, but so
yeah,
whatever works. What comic was it? I've been dying to ask you this since you mentioned.
Oh, there's a new DC's got a new mini series for Deadman, the character I like, and so the review for it just came out this week. The review was good for it, and there's an indie series called Ice Cream Man. It's a horror series that apparently is real popular, and it's the same creative team that's doing Deadman.
Okay.
DC, and I guess they're kind of making it a lot of the covers have him as kind of a janitor of like the afterlife, sort of, or of the multiverse.
Okay.
So it's like a little bit of quirky take on the character. I haven't read it yet. And I pre-ordered on Comics or Collect Forever some of the variant covers. I got one for number 1 and one for number 2, but went and bought a copy to read yesterday.
Okay. Nice. So what else, Wesley? Have you picked up anything new recently? I'm just curious, really, as to see if you've.
I got I found a box of Topps Chrome Marvel, the second set, the mega boxes. I bought one of those. It's on its way. I haven't got that yet, but I've more just been focused on those Magic, that Marvel Magic set coming out that I'm pretty excited about. I'm just so
You are very excited about it, aren't you?
When does that actually drop?
So the pre-release, which is what they do, is they try to get people to go to places and play face to face with each other. So like they come out with these pre-release sets, so you can go to a Magic store or a place that sells Magic, and you can buy one box, and that pre-release box will be a playable box, a playable card, a playable set.
Right.
But all of that, I think, that comes out on the 19th, the 19th of June, and then a week later they have the official release. But a lot of times, after when the pre-release happens, everything ends up just flooding out right after that. But
Wes, what's it cost? What's that preloaded box that's a complete set, playable and ready to go cost? I'm just curious, like the entry point for people.
$30.
Really?
$30,
That's fantastic. So
It's
$30 plus what fee to play the tournament? You're up and running.
yeah. If there's a tournament there, or you could just grab a couple people and go and you play, or you can just grab 2 or 3 boxes and go home. But at the same time, the whole idea of it is try to get people to interact face to face and hang out with each other and meet people and make friends. And a lot of times too, like this last set, they'll have like the cards will come out in one specific color that you could that you play, but they've been mixing and matching a lot lately. Like you'll have a black and a red set. They'll start mixing, and you could just use cards from different ones, but you got to have the lands to play them and stuff. So it's pretty fun. I have a bit of an addictive personality, but I started getting into it whenever I heard that Marvel was gonna. I mean, what was that, back in 2023, 24? And
I
they
think
came
it was
out
announced around then. Yeah.
And I've said this to you guys before, but I've tried to play the actual card physical game, and it always seems so overwhelming. But now I found the Arena app, and you can go on there, and it teaches you, it walks you through step by step. You get to play each color to find out which color that you like to play, because each color does something a little bit different. The red is more of like an aggro attack, fireballs. Black is you murder people, and it's more like vampires, and you grab stuff from. We have a visitor.
Oh,
Nice.
beautiful cat. I should probably say it's a cat, just in case anyone on audio is confused. Yeah, for the audio crowd.
All right. Bodhi.
So how many different colors are there? There's
5. There's
5. Okay.
There's red, black, blue, white. Red, black, blue, white. Yeah, and green. And
are these the colours of the cards, or the borders, or how's it work?
So there's in each corner of the card there's a symbol that's in that particular color. Like the red is like a fireball. Green is more like trees and growing. you get cards that actually add more mana, add more things to to play more cards. But it's kind of neat how they kind of match the cards with the character. Like the Scarlet Witch card is very red, and it's like attacking. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the stuff that it's going to put together, and at the same time, like for the people that play on Arena, they are, because I don't know if you remember or when we talked with Donnie, but they sent out all the physical cards for Spider-Man, but they didn't. They must not have had the the digital rights to it or something, because they didn't have the cards on the Arena. They just had a card that did the exact same thing as the Spider-Man card, but it didn't have any Spider-Man. Like, was a totally different name.
Oh, interesting.
So that day they're releasing all the stuff for the superhero set, but they're also on the Arena app. They're releasing all the cards for the Spider-Man set.
Oh, okay.
So what I've been doing is I've been going through and finding out which cards are in the Spider-Man set that match up with the set that they put on Arena, and I'm starting to play with them so I can get used to them and find the right set where I can put together kind of a full Marvel set of Commander. Which the Commander, there's with Magic, there's Standard is the one that most people use, where you can have 60 cards, you can have 4 of the same card. That's more the one that people play and play in tournaments and stuff like that. That's the one for the pre-release. But there's been a way to play lately called Commander. Well, lately it's been probably, I don't know, years, but it's been a way people will play more. But you get 100 cards, one Commander that you have to, all of your cards colors, your mana has to match the one Commander, and you only get one of each card. So you basically have 100 cards that you can use to play against another person with 100 cards. So it's kind of like my best combination of 100 cards is playing against another person with a combination of best 100 cards. Okay. It's a deep hole.
Sounds like it.
You can get into, and there's so many different combinations. So you think that you could come up with something that can take a bunch of people out pretty quick, but yeah, there's.
Have you gone from the app to physical tournaments?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
But it's
all right. But you feel like this is definitely getting you there. So where you've learned all the game mechanics and how to do deck build outs and. Yeah,
and it won't let you. What I like about the Arena is it won't let you move past the place where you, like, if you're supposed to pick up a card, you'll pick up a card. They'll ask you if you want to do something. Whereas, if you go to a tournament and you play, and there was something that there's a point where one of your cards was going to allow you to add another piece of mana, but you forgot about it. If you went past that, you just didn't get that. Didn't get that mana.
Yeah. Part of the game.
Right. So the Arena basically walks you through it and gets to see it. So I just don't want to get into a situation where. Plus, I don't. 51 years old. How many people do I know that play Magic? So I go walk into there and.
Well, Donnie.
He has been a pretty good resource. I've reached out to him 2 or 3 times to ask him questions about stuff. And when I talk to him, he seems pretty excited about this stuff too. I mean, obviously he has to with everything he does. He's got some pretty cool stuff and the way he does his sells his art's pretty neat too. It's
I like the way the artwork looks different, because the artist, when we were talking to him before, he said that the artists do bear in mind that the presentation of the card is different. So they paint them in landscape mode essentially, because it's not cropped and scaled to how, because you need all the verbiage for the mechanics of the card, and all that real estate is taken up. So they plan this ahead of time. The artists do They're, you know, in it, so that way it can be brought to and it doesn't change. Because if they had one of these and then they scaled it that way, I don't think you'd have near the effect. The cards look great even though you don't have the amount of real estate, and them making the artist conscious of it and creating awareness so that way they come out that way.
Well, the library of art, I went back and looked at cards from 93, 94 that a friend of mine had in their closet, and there was some really cool art back then. So like if they've been making cards all this time with different types of art, it's got a lot of cool original art for sure, I would think.
I don't have any data, but I feel like the mid 90s and late 80s, early 90s was like the heyday of fantasy art. I saw crazy amounts of fantasy art, and then artists that carried over from that into Marvel and other stuff like that. I mean, didn't Jusko do a ton of fantasy art?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, the
Prior
90s
to,
is,
you know, we're talking Pegasus with the archangels on the back and on all these, these other crazy things.
I mean, the 90s were I mean, they were known as the junk wax era, but I mean, I've showed these before on other content, but I'll dip into them again now. The number of different FPG sets that were focused on specific artists. I mean, every fancy artist had a set. Let me show you these. Hang on a sec.
Wes, you're right with some of the oldest Magic stuff is
that was like, actually the next. Is that Frazetta?
No, this is Rowena. Okay.
Because he passed away, but that took me down a whole rabbit hole of different art and seeing like who does what, and that I know, Ian, you said you had something really cool from.
I do, and I wish we'd remembered because I'd have got it out to show you. But yeah, no, I've got some really. I don't have all of them in here, unfortunately, but I've got loads of these 90s uncut promos for different artists that FPG put out. And these are actually made as promotional pieces themselves. They're absolutely stunning. I mean, I've got loads of them. I've also got Simpsons ones.
Oh, those are cool.
I've got Fleer, MTV Animation, uncut sheet. So this is all the stuff that was being put out at the same time as masterpieces and Fleer Ultra Spider-Man. Yeah, they were doing all these other IPs, and you kind of don't see them, but they were doing all the same sort of release stuff, including, get your nostalgia buttons ready, 95 Fleer Ultra Power Rangers, the movie. Look at that!
Wow. Jesus.
Are you not entertained? Most of these people are on Zimmer frames by now, by the way.
Dude, I love the Falcon Zord. That was so awesome.
But yeah, there's loads of this sort of stuff, including some more frisky releases.
Oh yeah.
That we won't go into right now. But look, I mean, just check out that Batman Forever.
Yeah, see, that's
metal. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful uncut. But it's Batman Metal Forever. So
yeah, I had some of those.
And then don't even get me started on the Star Wars widescreen.
Oh, yeah, I've got some of those too.
Uncut promos.
Man, see, that's wicked cool.
They're lovely. They're absolutely gorgeous. There's loads of this stuff out there, folks. But there's a different one actually. Different one released in different magazines.
Nice.
Different images.
Are there binder? Are there like sleeves for those type of cards?
Oh yeah, you can get sleeves for every type of card, pretty much. Yeah, BCW will make it if Ultra Pro don't. And then you've got cell sheets. I've got cell sheets coming out my ears over here. Buffy, right? Shout out. Who used to watch Buffy?
Oh, right here.
Shout out to well, he won't hear it. Well, he might do, depending on where he is. Anthony Head passed away a few days ago. He played Giles.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that in the news?
I saw that.
Yeah.
He was on, I guess more recently, Ted Lasso.
Yes. And apparently he was in Doctor Who as well. Well, I didn't know this, but then I haven't watched Doctor Who for over a decade. So, but yeah, you can get all sorts of that. But Donnie, it's worth mentioning, before we go down a rabbit hole of artwork, that Donnie is coming back soon. we were hoping to record this weekend, but he had to wait for artist availability because he's going to bring an artist or two with him.
Nice.
So it's likely to be early July. We're going to record that, and he's going to bring at least one artist who's West Coast Canada. Hence the time. It'll be early for that poor bugger. But I noticed this week that each of the artists, they can only kind of announce once it's been shown in the previews. So Miles Wall showed his artwork. Eric Wilkerson has done a Black Panther, which looks amazing. Eric Wilkerson did loads of really good art for Fleer Ultra X-Men for Upper Deck.
And Spider-Man.
Yeah, and Spider-Man. Yeah, so he's
Spider-Man 2099.
he's the real deal. Is Eric? I'd love to get him on the podcast at some point. So there's hopefully, when that sets out, it'll be over here as well. I know I'll be able to pick it up.
Yeah.
So,
well, Marvel's already, because yesterday when I was at the comic shop, they've already got variant covers with the art from the Marvel superhero set already.
oh wow, really? Okay. It sounds like they've sorted themselves out a bit more this year.
One other thing that I thought was really cool that people are talking about is how I guess Squirrel Girl has been able to take out Thanos a couple times in the comics. You guys know anything about this? But
she's taking out Thanos, Doctor Doom. Yeah.
So her card is like super overpowered. Like I sent a couple of the ones, the single ones in the chat. There are cards that have one single person on the front, and then on the other side, normally it's just got the magic card symbol on the magic card top on the top, but they switch it to like a comic scene, like a comic storyboard or however. But anyway, I'm excited about it. I'll shut up now.
No, it's good. I love it.
Actually, while you were talking, I was looking up. There's a card, like a game card shop close by my apartment, and I was up there I was off on a Friday. I went there to look around, and I noticed I got there right when they opened at noon, and I was walking in and I saw all these other nerds getting out of their car and walking. I'm like, what's going on here? It was a pre-release for like Strixhaven or something. So I don't know what was going on, but another magic set. And they came in. I came in and said, "Are you here for the pre-release?" I said, I'm just looking around. But they do like little bags, and everybody whatever they've ordered, and they throw some extra stuff in there, and there was a ton. And actually they're doing I'm looking now, they're doing pre-release for Marvel superheroes. I don't know if there's anything extra included, but it's like $44.99. So I don't know if there's some extra stuff that I may have to go ask them about it before I order anything. But they make a whole weekend of it and have, events and learn how to play and all that stuff. Yeah.
It's if you don't know how to play, download the app. I don't get paid anything for it, but it's worth it. Sure. They're also with the set. They're coming out with another. They're coming out with the Soul Stone, which is they only have made 150 of them. I don't know if they're going to be numbered because that was one of the things that people were upset about the first Spider-Man set, is there wasn't one card that was serial numbered. So maybe that's something they're going to do on this. They're going to come out with the Soul Stone and number it to 150, and I would imagine those cards would go for some crazy number.
Yeah. Speaking of artwork being released, Wesley, did you see what I dropped in the chat last night? I will share my screen. I will share my screen for those. So, having quite frankly, eviscerated is the wrong word. Having been somewhat critical of the Topps Chrome preview that we talked about in the last episode. They've now gone and released the Topps original artwork. That's the Black Cat.
Oh,
Let me zoom in on that. No, it's not going to let me, annoyingly. Can you still see the screen if I go here? Yes.
Yes.
Ooh,
wow.
That's the Black Cat.
that's nice.
Jeez.
As they used to say in the movie Ghost, Molly, you in danger, girl. So yeah, that's I don't know why I did that. Anyway, there are other artworks are released, by the way, but I only screenshot this one and sent it to Wesley. But yeah,
Is this Miles?
no, I've no idea who it is. They didn't say on the Instagram post. So, but yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
That's
really nice
that's
artwork.
a really nice image.
So yeah, so that's the Black Cat original art in the Topps Originals chase set from Topps Chrome Marvel 1926 or 2026, whatever year we're in. I'll get it right in a minute. So yeah, Wesley, how's that change your opinion of what's coming up?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna be all over that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna wait and buy singles. I strongly advise you to as well. I don't know if you're going to be rainbow chasing, but I'll just be happy with one copy of that graded. I'm not going to rainbow chase.
Yeah, original art is that, and especially that. I'd be interested to find out who the artist is, but that will be one that I'll chase for sure.
Wesley's going deep, folks. He's going long on that one. Yeah. I don't know how many. I can't remember from the spreadsheet whether or not there probably will be multiple parallels and versions of the Topps Originals of cards.
Mm.
But there was,
Yeah, there is. They go orange at 25, red of 5, black of 10, 99 is.
There you go, Wesley. That'll keep you busy.
Yeah.
There's 4 or
they
5.
did that. Yeah, that was with Fantastic Four, but I think even the base of the Topps Originals is a really hard.
That's a pretty scarce hit, isn't it? It's like one
Oh,
per
yeah.
case or something stupid.
Yeah. I was looking at just in Fantastic Four, just the base of like the Spider-Man, and it's right now I don't want to pay $100 for that. So it's even though it's a nice I think it's Ben Brady did the art.
Ben Brady, yeah. He's worth it.
It's
I found one pretty low. I was gonna message you. I didn't know if you were looking for it or not because I thought it'd match your sketch that you hit. Yeah, I found one at about half that, and it was just a bad ending on the listing on the auction. Timing was crazy, but yeah. Now I've looked recently, and it's back. It's up to 100 and change.
Oh well, patience.
Yeah, it's just on my kind of on the periphery of my radar. So
yeah, pay attention to some of the odd auctions that end in a Wednesday afternoon or a holiday weekend. A few of there was an orange Silver Surfer that went for less than $200. The orange out of 25, and I was just
so an orange surfer rather than a silver surfer.
But the on the original art, what they do with that border, it's nice. It's still got that hollow effect, and the ones in black are just perfect. The ones in black are just a perfect card because it doesn't take the background is just clean and sharp, and but if it's the right character, the out of 10 is going to be way out of reach. And the red is amazing, the chrome red. So yeah, it's a clean card design. I like all of them. I love the Spider-Man. I love the Surfer. I love Thanos. All from that top set. Even the Johnny Flame. That Johnny
Fantastic
Flame card
Four,
from Fantastic Four, doing the 4 in the sky, cruising by the building.
Yeah.
Have they ever made? I noticed that this Black Cat card is on the checklist. It's number 13. Have they ever made a Black Cat card number 13 before? Because that's kind of interesting.
They've done. She was number 69 on Marvel Anime. I know that much. But yeah, no, I don't. No, she was card number 95, I think, in Masterpieces 96. It scares me that I remember this.
Yeah.
This stuff, but yeah.
I'm not surprised, but
No, well, it's because I put it all in the spreadsheet, you see, and I
Right.
have it all there. I don't think they. In fact, Wesley, bear with me a moment.
Okay.
Let me look at the spreadsheet that at the aforementioned spreadsheet,
3,826 staples.
because I can just what?
That's Rain Man. Rain Man.
Okay, all right. Because I can look down the spreadsheet, I can look down the column of the card numbers, and tell you if Black Cat has ever been card number 13 in any official release that she has been in. Let's have a look. This is exciting audio for everyone.
I did also notice, like, with the blasters, there is an official, like a Fantastic Four anniversary card, and with the megas, there is the Mega Box has an X-Force anniversary that comes specially in Mega Boxes. So
is this Topps Chrome 2026 you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
So
Mega
wait.
Box is like a bigger blaster. It's a blaster with a little more.
So the Mega Box has got a few more packs in it. I think it's
like a super blaster.
Yeah, a little bit better odds.
Yeah. See, I like that. That's a good price point. What was it, 70 or 60?
It's 50. Yeah, 59. I think is what I got it for.
59. That's not bad.
It's sometimes a nice medium between the two.
Yeah, I like
Because not spending $300 on a hobby box is
right. Wesley.
Yes.
In the 2023 Panini Spider-Verse sticker and trading card collection, Black Cat was on a sticker called Dangerous Foes, and that was sticker number 13.
That's
so. In answer to your question, yes, she has been on a sticker numbered 13. However, I'm not seeing any cards where she's numbered 13. And I'm still scrolling. I'm down to. She was on card number 12 for the retail Upper Deck 2024 Women of Marvel set. This is like the most inane. Interesting. She was in Matriarch. She was medallion M-13.
Okay.
There you go. So she has had a card with the number 13, even though it's got the M dash at the beginning. Fun fact: I still don't have the base medallion of Black Cat from that set. Have a lot of the others, but don't have the base one.
Well,
for some reason, it's just escaped me. So, yeah, if you've got a spare, bring it with you to the national.
A lot of medallions. Yeah, base medallions, no problem.
I think I'm missing the Midnight Suns ones as well.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Just
let me know.
Yeah, just the base. Hang on, let me have a look. Medallions. This is the most fantastic. This is why we're number one, folks. Let me scroll. I'm determined to look now, even though it's probably really, really poor content. But I'm obsessed with finding out. Yes, I'm missing the base medallion from Fleer Ultra Midnight Suns as well.
Okay.
So what are you going to do?
The art that you showed from the Marvel Originals, that's going to be a total separate card set, or is
it's in Chrome. So basically, they don't have full sets that are all original art. So what they did with Fantastic Four, which was the first one that had any original art, is there's an insert called Topps Originals, and there were 10. I think there were 10 cards. Josh, maybe 12.
Yes.
Something like that.
No,
I think it was 10 cards actually.
Yeah.
And that's where the original art is. But they're like one per case. They're really like tough pulls. And I think they're doing the same with Topps Chrome Marvel 2026. But it sounds to me, from what you said, that the numbering may be running 11 to 20 for that set of 10. So that Topps Originals chase set sounds like it's going to build into its own numbered set, which is kind of what they did a little bit with the Rittenhouse did a 75th anniversary set where they released some in, as a chase in one set and then some as a chase in another set and, seeded them like that. So it sounds similar.
And I can tell you, other than Wes, these original ones, it's one of their nicest since they've had the IP, in my opinion. These are the cards, the direction that I want to see them going. I like the Gambit Parallel card because that was just why didn't you do that a million years ago, somebody? It's such a beautiful card. But other than that, a lot of the top stuff, I did like Mint. Mint was nice, but the originals are sharp. And if I think we can get a full set eventually that is in this direction, it's could be a lot of fun.
I was just looking here in the top 2026. There is we're probably lucky we're not. Looks like Black Cat is in 3 separate places in this set. She's in the original, like the base character, number 13. Then when you go to Fanfare, which I think that may be the original art, but Fanfare, she's in that, and then she is also in Marvel Icons. So
Right.
she's in 3 different spots in this set, it looks like, so far.
Well, Wesley, go for it. Wesley's going to be there working overtime just to afford it.
Yeah, I know how you feel, man.
Did you guys watch The Boys?
I haven't watched season 5 yet.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I just noticed here in Future Stars there's a character called Web Weaver.
Oh yes, that was in an earlier series. Yeah.
Web Weaver.
That was the guy who was like the GIMP outfit. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the time you sent me the photo of you in that Spidey outfit.
That's a lot. It's inspiration.
Yeah. Oh my goodness me! I could never. In fact, I think that might have been used for the episode promo.
It was.
I think that's out there in the public domain, folks. Yeah, go and enjoy that.
That was in the beginning.
The early days. It was a whole different. It was a lifetime ago. That Wesley.
It was.
He was a young man. Anyway, I've got something fun to show you, and that's not some weird kind of chat up line. I wanted to show you a post by a guy called Ho Yin Si, I think is how you pronounce it, because I am all up for looking at like good stuff that collectors have done. And I think this is one of the best I've seen, I have to say. So I'm going to show you something amazing. Do you remember the Deadpool set that came out from Upper Deck just pre-COVID?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I can't remember if it was physical release, but it was certainly e-pack.
It was. There was a physical because I got some of them when Walmart did those mystery.
Oh yes, mystery boxes. Yeah.
Packs in there from that set.
Okay. All right. So they had comic cuts, comic clippings, cards. And I think this might have been the first time Upper Deck, someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think from memory, it's the first time Upper Deck deliberately did covers. So New Mutants 87, first Deadpool. And this motherfucker has finally completed it. So what we're looking at here are 9 separate comic cuts of the entire front cover of New Mutants 87. Let me just pull that up in a separate window so we can just see the photo. New Mutants. Why am I thinking 87? What was 87?
Cable.
That's it. Right, there we go. Right. I mean, look at it. Isn't that astonishing?
Yeah, that is nice.
It's taken him ages, because nowadays, to get a complete comic cover like that, all you got to do is spend a shit ton of money on e-pack and their achievements. Right. But this, he did the hard way. It's taken him 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years, I believe. Mm. So yeah, he's also got. Bear with me. I don't know if he posted it in the comments. I think he might have done a separate post. He's also got 2 of the bottom left one.
Oh.
Because he's got one with the newsstand barcode in as well.
Oh, cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, because they did more than one cover, because they put these throughout the set. So this was all in distribution. So it wasn't something you got as a whole 9 thing. He had to find these and put them together, which is why it's such an achievement. I think that looks absolutely incredible.
It does.
Now, I think I'm on record as saying I find when Upper Deck do this, especially on the achievements, the borders are way too thick. I think they actually look. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think they might be doing them as 4x4 or 4 cross. I think they do more than 9 cards now for them when they do the achievements. Either way, the borders are so thick, it actually looks really odd. But this one is kind of the maximum thickness you could probably get away with. I think that looks amazing. I think that looks really good.
It is sharp.
Super cool.
Like
so,
I
hats off to you, sir.
I just finished recently the Mega Man X from the new Mega Man series set that was just released, and I'm not a big puzzle, card guy. I really enjoy in the comic cuts and the covers. I really enjoy this one because they did the full art on the card, and you can set it up to where they're spaced. Like they actually have a few. I don't know if it's not BCG, but it's somebody who produces a 35 and like a 100 PT where it's spaced just ever so slightly, almost like it was designed for a comic cover setup or something like this. But it works really well when the art is brought to the full of the border.
To the full bleed,
And so then it's just separated so you can tell the image is multiple cards. But this is beautiful.
Look at it. How satisfying must that be to finish that? So I dig it. I really dig it.
Wasn't there a Jean Grey puzzle on there, or a Phoenix Cup?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Somebody completed not too long ago. Yeah, it's.
And that's what I mean. The full art on all those with just the logo in the bottom corner. That thing stands out when those cards are put together, and there's not much disturbance to the full image. Yet you can still tell it's multiple cards.
What have I done? I've accidentally clicked onto Facebook Marketplace, local to me, and I'm going to share screen again. This is fabulous. Okay, it wasn't planned at all, but like I said, I accidentally clicked off that image and clicked onto Facebook Marketplace. Now, this is, bearing in mind, this is in Norfolk in England. Okay. Look at the random shit that it's showing me. Okay, there's a life-size complete R2-D2, but look at this: a 7-foot-tall fiberglass gingerbread man.
Yes.
What's that all about?
We need that in our life. Yeah.
I mean, this is the podcast that has it all, folks. I mean, surely this is worth going viral. There's someone here, a Game Boy game, but there's an image of a person taking a selfie in a mirror, advertising it. So I'm not clicking on that. That's a trap. Admiral Akbar said that's a trap.
Yeah.
What else we got on here? Towering Sweet Dreams Clown Animatronic. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's terrifying.
Get it off.
It's a professional haunted house decoration.
Wow.
So this is the stuff. Right. I know you guys have probably got all sorts of horror stories about Craigslist, especially the close encounters category they used to have. But go on Facebook Marketplace in England, and that's the kind of crazy stuff that you will see.
No, we've got it on Facebook Marketplace here too.
Is it as crazy over there?
There. I think it was a Facebook Marketplace. There's been incidents where people have gotten robbed and stuff when they meet up to.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No, there's some. There's some crazy stuff on here. I'm going to go shopping after we finish recording this.
Next episode, that clown's behind Ian.
No, it's going to be the gingerbread man. It's going to be in the corner there. Holding a little sign saying like and subscribe. I mean, honestly, you can't make this stuff up. I think that is telling us that it's time for the episode to wrap up, folks. Unless anyone's got anything else they wanted to bring up before we sail into the sunset.
Yeah, real quick. Maybe somebody could help me out with the PSA thing. Why are they stopping submissions? Is something happening? Are they by any chance looking into the future? And because all they'd have to do is scale up. There's no doubt that there's meat on the bone here. There's a ton of meat on the bone. Grading is at its most popular state, regardless of our feelings on it, because I don't really have any feelings really on grading. I just don't care that much. I understand where it is and how it is. I'm just being, but I notice things. I notice things in business that catch my attention. This catches my attention strongly when there's the peak of grading's popularity is now, today. And so for them to make a decision when they could buy a building across the street from where they are now, throw some more people, some more machines, and get you train some more graders. This is super easy, people, and they're not doing it. There's a reason for that, and I want to know why.
Well, okay, so there is. I will confess, I haven't read any of Upper Deck's direct statements on this. Sorry, not Upper Deck, PSA's direct statements on this, but I have seen an awful lot of content talking about it. So. Okay. My understanding is, and this might be a little bit secondhand, so forgive me for any mistakes. My understanding is that Upper Deck, flipping heck, that's twice, is that PSA have already said that they are investing and that they are scaling up. So they've already said that. Now, whether that involves them buying a building or whatever, I don't know. But if you think about the fact that it will take them time to train people to actually be able to do that. So there's that aspect of it. However, from what I understand is they have suspended all of the value bulk tiers. So you can still submit to PSA, but I think the first level you could submit at now is something like $70 or $80. So all the value ones, the lower ones, where you could submit a lot of cards and they take longer, you know, you'd be dropping in like 50, 200 cards, whatever it may be. Much like COMSI, when you ship bulk and you're prepared for the fact that it'll take 3 or 4 months longer, and probably even miss that deadline, because there are horror stories of people who submitted bulk back in October and still don't have their cards back.
Yeah, my last bulk one was 10 months.
Yeah, so they are simply from what they would have everyone believe completely overwhelmed by how much they've got going on. Which is why they're trying to pump the brakes a bit on people submitting stuff so they've got time to get all their scaling up in place. That's how I read it. Now, there are numerous opinions slicing and dicing that and grilling it and ripping it apart, and some of them are being more positive than others. Some people who don't really dig PSA are really having a pop. Other people are being a little bit more level-headed about it. Honestly, the truth of it, I don't know. We only know what has been put into the public domain. Everything else is kind of speculation.
Right.
I don't really care. I mean, this guy's not really falling. I mean, people get upset about it because it's obviously it's an income ladder.
It just catches my attention when I know their ability, outreach, their site, future casting, trying to predict how big this is going to be and to scale up properly to be sort of at the level with the tide and not go underneath water. Something a lot of big businesses are trying to constantly do. So
I think they're struggling.
And that's strange to me, because this is no shocker to anyone that this was getting more popular and more popular. It was scaling year by year, quarter by quarter. It was, and so, probably it would have been good to have it set up ahead of time.
Yeah, but the thing is that but you think about how big Pokemon has been. Like, Pokemon's on a real boom.
Exploded.
One Piece is as well, and that if you look at they publish stats about how much TCG they've had and how much this and how much the other they have, and TCG, it's the bulk of it. It's like 80%. I mean, I'm just pulling that number out my arse. But when I look at the things, it's like a massive bar for TCG, then a smaller one for sports, and then a smaller one for, all the other things like Marvel and Star Wars are tiny by comparison. So it's a lot of that, and I guess, listen, there is the whole rising tide lifts all boats. It's great that, people are really into cards and things are moving so well. But I think you're always going to be on the back foot of something catching fire the way Pokemon has of late.
Yeah.
I mean, we were only talking last week about the fact that they're rationing it, and
Yeah. From their standpoint, anything like this, it slows momentum.
Yeah.
Conversations about what's going on, hey, what it can slow momentum, and it's just interesting. I would have guessed that they would have been ahead of this, and so
Yeah.
it just makes me wonder and question: is there any alternative motive for them saying, all right, maybe we see the grading in a generality, and it's maybe we see that, or for whatever reason they're deciding to stand pat when they could have had the ammo ready to go, locked and loaded.
Yeah.
And it was forecastable. It was very forecastable, this demand.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
You remember we spoke to
Yeah,
well, you remember we spoke to James Ferry, Sports Wax Promotions, a few months back.
Mm-hmm.
So as we record, he is in the third and final day of the 3 days of his big collector jam show that he was talking about, June 5th to the 7th. Yeah. And over 600 tables. He's been putting out loads of content. If you open your Instagram now and go and look at his feed, he's got loads of reels, videos, where he's got all sorts of stuff going on. So he is busy as anything. And yeah, I mean, you saw the guy. He lives for that stuff.
Oh,
very
yeah.
much, he's guy. Like, the show is here, is his category. So he's doing loads of content about it. Anyway, so he posted about 10 days before the show, that there was going to be someone on site at the show who was going to be taking PSA submissions, and they had to cancel because of this. So they couldn't have someone at the show taking, and that was going to be. I mean, I think the show's still massively successful, and hats off to him. I mean, you could tell he's a grafter and a salesman, and a bit of an entrepreneur when it comes to that sort of thing. So I'm really glad he's having a great time of it. Shout out to James. But yeah, so it is having ramifications, because there are people who aren't PSA but are official PSA, like, you can submit through them, and I think it's impacting on their business as well.
I think I heard somewhere that this may sound kind of small, but that there's something really a lot of people started doing, where they would start the submission and put one card in at like the medium tier, where it gets turned a lot quicker, and then 15 or 20 cards at the value spot, and then you get a sticker for the premium spot and a sticker for the value spot, and they would put the sticker for the premium spot on the outside of the box, and then the sticker for the value on a box inside of the box. So basically, whenever they get it in a PSA, it comes in, they scan it, they send it forward to the place that everything gets turned quicker, and people were starting to get their boxes back a lot faster. Now, this was months ago. So from what I heard, they're like millions of cards behind. And I almost wonder, since
more than
that that trend kind of blew up, maybe they just got really behind. I mean, I know that sounds small, but maybe they stopped everything to fix their processes to be able to fix that part of it, to make sure they're not behind. And also, too, my thoughts being, a little bit of a conspiracy skeptic. They also own SGC and Beckett now, right?
Yeah, they do.
So if we're gonna submit a card right now, we're probably gonna go to one of those two places. If anybody was. So that's just my 2 cents, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like Automatch USA had $1.5 million in printing expenses every year, so they went out and bought a printing company. And now that $1.5 million in expenses to the company is now a net positive for
I
one
have
of your
no
other
idea
companies.
what you just said. I have no idea
It's a
what that
cost.
sentence meant.
It's a cost to it would be a cost to you. Now it's
Oh,
profit.
yeah, no, I get that. I just the other words. I didn't understand any of the other words, like the brands you were talking about. I've never heard of any
Well,
of those
it's just
companies.
a car
But yeah.
dealership has to pay 1.5 million every
It's
year.
a car dealership. Okay, right. Okay.
A company, you can put insert line any company in there.
Yeah,
They have to pay 1.5 million in printing expenses every year for company booklets,
Gotcha.
HR handbooks, all this other jazz. Well, the smart ones now go out and buy a dying printing company that's getting ready to close their doors anyways.
I'm
Now
with you.
that
Yeah.
1.5 in the red for your big conglomerate is now 1.5 in the black for one of your other
Nice.
companies.
Okay. Yeah.
This
Okay. I
is what
understand.
it sounds like Wesley is trying to say that PSA could possibly be doing to take the flow of the water and filter some of it to the other.
Yeah, because if they're like you thought that they're actually could have been looking for forecasting and losing that business. Are they really losing it then? If it's going to, I mean,
it's very interesting. Yeah.
Oh, Wesley, you got my brain going now, you bastard. I was hoping to leave it in its pickling jar for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I didn't have too much. I just heard a few things, and I'm seeing a few stuff. Mike and I had a conversation last night about it, and we were just going, okay, let's try to educate ourselves on this to see if it's nothing. It's nothing. If they just got caught with a rogue wave, just came, and now here we are. Oh shit, Pokemon. Oh my god. Okay. But if there is something else to it, let's see if we can't,
just get into it. Yeah. I've got the allure of Facebook Marketplace now. I'm kind of really wanted to go and dive in. I want to see if that gingerbread man is still there.
I want to see what that Nintendo controller thing was. Kidding.
Yeah, I have no idea. Anyway, final note this week then before we bugger off. There was a post recently on non-sports trading card collectors. Yes, that hive of buzzy hiveness, by someone called and I'm sorry, but the name is slightly amusing. Someone called Tim Teets. Yes, his surname is Teets. T-W-E-T-S. I'm not looking at the screen with you guys on because I know that one of you will make me laugh. So I'm looking at his post, and he posted on the 7th of March. Am I the only one who would love a non-sports card-focused podcast? And I'm like, hello? Over here, Tim Teets. So this is for Tim Teets.
Yeah.
Tim, we love you, Tim. Tim Teets.
Yeah, we're here, Tim.
Tim Teets, we're there. Tim Teets. I bet he was Teets at school. Anyway, on that note, thank you, everybody, for having no plan whatsoever for this episode. We've managed to turn it around and produced an hour where we talked about not much, but hopefully people will be entertained and they'll know a lot more about metallic impressions cards. Jason's still wearing his banana cap.
Mm-hmm.
His camera is turned a little bit left, though, so I can see coffee table now. So that maybe that had something to do with my brain.
Yeah, no, I was going to mention that. It looks like the pictures scale differently. It's a zoom. Like you can see more now.
On Zoom, yeah. When I had it on the big screen,
now. So in your defense, Wesley, there's some new angles here.
I mean, Wesley, you weren't on the episode.
I'm seeing an end table I never saw before in a lamp.
I think it's been there, but maybe just not in the
as long as I known you, I hadn't known about that lamp.
I think so. Well, the thing is, what you're seeing just off frame there is the body bag he's got in the corner. But we won't go there. Wesley, were you on the episode where we convinced Jason to actually get into his closet and close the door?
Oh, that was so fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that the same one where he?
And then he came out of the closet. With the killer lines. Oh, that was beautiful. The line was perfect.
Jason, thanks for playing along at home.
That's what I'm here for.
Jason, I'm looking at you now to lead us out this episode, I'm afraid. It's going to have to be done.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening and enjoy Facebook Marketplace and collecting.
They're coming to take you away. They're coming to take you away after all this. Here they come.